I got a new addition to a workroom. In this case, it's a Ludlum Measurements 375. These are area detectors that are just constant monitors. In this case, this one has been modified by myself already. There's a few varieties of these. The video might be shaky to do. I'm not working off a tripod. But in this case, this one has an energy compensated tube. In this case, it's a L&D 7141-2. It's a moderate range tube. In this case, in this meter, it will operate from 1.1 milliar to just shy of 10 R. Now, these usually have a calibration plate that sits right here. I took it off for the purpose of demonstration. We turn it on. These have an internal battery and an external 120 volt supply. This one is the legacy model, so it has a 120. The new ones have a 9 volts, or not 9 volt, between 12 and 48 volt supply. They are constantly monitoring. These have variable alarms. In this case, my first alarm I have at 5. My high alarm is at 25 millar. You can see your tube cal constant and dead time. And you have indicator lamps. Your indicator lamps, as labeled, are as expected. You will have your low alarm, your high alarm, your detector failure, and your battery low. There's a power switch on the side with a data out, your power, and a audible alarm horn. In this case, I have the meter mounted with a silent switch. These don't come stock with a silent switch. Now, I need to replace this label. I had a stupid moment, and right now silence is actually on. This is silence off. But if we take a source, the detector is not correct on this right now because it is out of its main housing. In this case, it has about 2 millimeters of, well, 1 to 2 millimeters of tin, and then another 1 to 2 millimeters of aluminum that shields it. But if we bring a source close, it'll alarm. Now if I pull my source out, which I'm wearing a glove for, since this one is a rather dirty source, we can get it to go up to high alarm. They're quite annoying. They do the job. On your cal plate, you have the ability to, through a dip switch and a few potentiometers, control your voltage, what your tube would do, and a few things for the screen, as well as your alarms. Now, the dip switch controls it, and it's hard to put into cal mode without a secondary hand, so it'd be hard for me to show you. But you can hold your alarm and change the cal where it sits, and then it'll set itself. They're pretty simple alarms. I believe I'm going to get a few more of these to mess with, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to also run a few other detectors. But this one is just in my workroom behind the exterior wall.